Danny Flexen here for Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined by legendary former World Cruiserweight Champion, record-breaking former World Cruiserweight Champion, Johnny Nelson. Johnny, how are you?
I'm good, thank you, Dan. I'm good. It's nice to be back in Box Park again, Wembley.
Now, you're here obviously in your capacity as a Sky Sports pundit on this occasion. You've got Richard Riakporhe, latest test for him, IBF Eliminator against Fabio Turkey. Is it Turkey?
Yeah.
Buddy earlier said Turkey, I'm copying him. Turkey, whatever we want to call him. Turkey would be unfortunate, I suppose. How do you see that one going, and how close is Richard now to genuine world class?
So Richard's position, so he's number 12 with the IBF. Turkey's number 11 with the IBF. So no matter what happens, no matter if it's a final eliminator or where this eliminator falls them, at least he stepped up in the rankings to get respect in the division. So every fight at this stage for any fighter, if you're in that close proximity of fighting for a world title, it's an eliminator. It's not a final eliminator. I don't know what plans they've got for Bradis, and if it is for Bradis, that it'll probably end up being something like a voluntary defence for Bradis more than a mandatory. So again, this is what Bradis has got to pick. He's got to look at Richard and think, you know what, I'd have that. If I was Bradis, I'd do that. I'd fight him now before he has that confidence to match that ability. He's learning on the job. So if I was Bates, I'd look back and think, you know what, this guy's getting closer. I'm gonna get him now. Get him now, because if I'm gonna beat him, it's got to be now. Because the more experience he gets, you know, the harder he is going to be to beat.
Let's talk about some heavyweight happenings, because I know I won't have you for too long. We found out, I think it was last week now, that AJ has taken on a new trainer, or a new man in the corner, in Robert Garcia, highly respected, US-based, although he's come over here to train AJ. What do you make of that appointment?
AJ has done what's best for him, and I totally understand that, I totally respect that, I totally get that. We can all speculate on he's got him to train. He's found someone he feels comfortable with that gets him and he gets them. He's found someone that you respect and think, you know what, I want to work with you. And what you're saying, I like the sound of that. So, and I get that. We can all speculate. His decision to leave Robert McCracken, that may be just a professional decision, because I know he fully respects Robert McCracken, but he's had to make some tough decisions in regards to what he wants to do moving forward with his career. So it may not be as bad, that marriage may not be as bad as what we think. AJ's just done what is best for him and his career at this stage, and he needs a different style, a different input, a different something in his fight to get the win, and that the last fight against Usyk has made his mind up on that.
Now, talking of big AJ decisions and what's best for AJ, it's been rumoured in the last few days that he may be contemplating leaving Sky after a long, mutually beneficial relationship to have his fights on DAZN worldwide, UK included. What do you make of that?
I'd be ashamed if that was the case, but he's got to do what's best for him. He's a prize fighter. You've got to go where the dollars are. You've got to go where the progressive, and so if that is the case, and he thinks the progress is in regards to the position he's in his career now works for him, then do it. You know, there's a lot of fighters that, and I can remember when Sky came on the scene and BBC and ITV were the main players in the game, and a lot of the fighters said, you know, the old school fighters said, well, nobody's going to see me. You know, it took Sky a lot of time to build up that reputation and build up that audience for people to come and watch. So AJ's made a decision, if that is the case, to think, you know what, I'm going to take this risk at this stage in my career. It works for me. If you're going to pay me a shitload of money to do it, you cannot blame him.
From a Sky perspective, how do you counter that extra amount of money? Do you say, you know, we've got this rolling sports channel, we've got a glut of sports channels that we can offer you, we've got a social media operation that's, you know, unrivaled. Is that the selling point?
It is its selling point, but you've got to remember, Sky's a big machine. It shows every sport going. And so therefore, in reality, and I know we love the boxing game, we think it's our world, boxing's that. And so Sky is basically saying, you know what, this is what we're giving you. We've been doing it consistently for nearly 30 years, and we'll carry on doing it. So regardless of what everybody's doing, they all come and go. So Santa, BT and Box Nation, they all come and go, throw a shitload of money at it. The consistency from Sky has always been there. So it happens in peaks and troughs. So I think Sky is smart enough and savvy enough to know what to know and how to play the game.
And let me ask you about a couple of other heavyweight matchups. One announced for Sky recently was obviously Michael Hunter coming over here to fight Hughie Fury. Very intriguing clash. Two often avoided heavyweights going up against each other. How do you see that one kind of playing out?
Michael Hunter's in the Who Needs Him club. Yeah, Hughie Fury's in the. Is there any reason why I got to fight this guy? So Hughie Fury is maturing into a heavyweight, so he's learning on the job. So of course he'll take the criticism, he'll take the stick, and he'll probably not get the respect from fans that are out there, because does he fight like a big punching heavyweight? Not yet, but he's going into the job. I think this is a good fight, and it's one of those fights where his confidence, if he beats Hunter, will fly high. For Hunter, again, he's got to say, look, don't forget me, I'm a frigging nightmare. So again, it's an intriguing fight.
And talking of intriguing fights, or you may not agree it is an intriguing fight, Derek Chizora has been announced is coming back against Kubrat Pulev. Would you like to have seen Chizora call it a day, or are you happy that he's having one last go? Not the most threatening of opponents, perhaps, as well.
I get that. But for Derek, he's one of the few fighters, and I keep saying he's one of the few fighters that has lost and still has that draw appeal. Derek's a prize fighter. So if he's accepted, you know what, might not be world championship level, but I'm the guy you got to get past to get there. That means I want to get the money, and I like fighting. Why not? And Derek is no pushover. You've been with Derek when the microphone's down. There's something about you thinking, shit, this guy's still got a bit of an edge to him. And so he wants to fight. He's got that hunger. Of course, for the safety aspect, if you see Derek in a fight where he's getting a good old-fashioned beating, then you think, Derek, you want to ease up a bit. Right now, I've never seen Derek catch something like that bad. But Derek's a warrior. He's a warmonger, and that's what he wants to do. So you watch carefully, you watch wisely, and think, right, where am I going to go? As long as it's out there for Derek will carry on doing it. Once you see he's getting hurt too much, then you think you need to practice in. And I'm one of the first that I'd say publicly, Derek, you need to walk away, man. So you know, again, the Derek Chizora show goes on.
And final one before I let you go, sticking with the heavyweight theme, Miami, Saturday night, WBA regular title. Who wins, Daniel Dubois or Trevor Bryan?
Dubois, and do not be surprised if he puts him down with a jab. Trust me, from the jab as the start, because Daniel is so strong, so sharp. He's young, he's impressionable, he's not intimidated at all. You know, you can tell that's what he does. And he's out there in America, and I looked at him, I thought, you know what, you are growing up. You're growing up, and you are young. You're dangerous, and I think this young man, I get him an insider stoppage win.
Brilliant, Johnny. Always a pleasure.